There are sort of pluses and minuses, backs and forth, headwinds, tailwinds, however you want to describe it. Put it all together. Where are you?
Yeah, I think we're going to bounce around and kind of go nowhere for a while. To give you a mealy-mouth answer, the tailwind is huge. It's called earnings. You know that story, and it is powerful. That a country as big and mature as the U.S. could produce 20 to 25% earnings growth this far in an economic cycle is absolutely amazing. But we've got some headwinds too. Fundamentally, modestly higher interest rates and inflation, comma, and then in capital letters, I'll say trade, but it's more than trade. It's sanctions. It's a whole long list of things that's causing a question like, who are our friends around the world?
So stay with the earnings just for a moment. I put a chart up here now, which indicates, as you say, really robust, 24, 25% earnings growth. But the projections are it's going to be starting to slow down some. What's that going to do to equity markets?
That's not a problem. If we go from plus 25 to minus 2, yeah, all bets are off. You better sell stocks. But we're going from plus 25 to plus 18 maybe. That's still great news. So I'm not worried.
How much of an issue, though, is the whole friends around the world issue going to be? As we were talking about just a few minutes ago, it looks like we're making progress on Mexico. Then that could put pressure on Canada.
Yep.
But China's a big deal, right? So we've been hearing from a lot of economists who have sort of downplayed the effect of tariffs, saying it's going to be isolated to certain sectors. Is that your view as well? When does it start to blow up into something bigger?
For now, they're right. But where does it go? That's the problem. That's the concern. Markets hate uncertainty, and there's massive uncertainty around this. The line I've been using is, if it weren't for trade, earnings would have the market higher. Conversely, if it weren't for earnings, trade would have the market lower. As long as trade's on the front page, I think it's hard for the stock market to have significant upside.
But at the same time, the markets might hate uncertainty, but they can't hate it that much because, I mean, we haven't resurpassed the record for the S&P, but we're darn close, right? It's not as though markets are falling here.
Agreed.
So it seems to be more of a limiting factor than a detriment.
All it is. Earnings, trade, all this put together, the market can still continue to grind slowly higher. I don't think with this great earnings we have big downside because of trade. It's just the absence of the upside that we might have enjoyed had it not been there.